If you're Polish and you're young, I have a message for you. You're gonna be responsible for everything. You're gonna have the key in the palm of your hand. So keep watching and I'll let you know. Braai salt. They call barbecues here in South Africa braai. The secret to chickpeas is to saute them a little bit in the pan with some good spices. Boom! Cześć ludzie! What's up people? Hola! VIGO'S dad here. Welcome to another episode. I love the Polish society. I think it's pretty clear by now. The mindset on so many things like work ethic, like family values. But I think there are some deeply rooted issues that in my opinion haven't allowed this incredible country to reach its full potential. And I really believe that the young Polish generation has the answer. So before we continue, because we're talking about this young Polish generation, we should define what the word generation means. And the definition is a group of people that are born within the same 15 to 20 year span. And by measuring the behavior of these generations, we can observe the change of these people across time. It can provide a way to understand how different life experiences can shape people's view of the world throughout their life cycle. And also, a lot of the things that we attach to a generation are kind of like around the way they start to think about politics or how they engage with culture, and whether this generation gives birth to new movements. We've all heard the terms, millennials or Gen Z, Gen Z, if you're American, or baby boomers. But who are these people? Who are the people represented by each of these concepts? So the first generation is the baby boomers, right? Those are the group of people born after the Second World War, right after the birth rate spiked. According to my YouTube statistic, there's a high chance that you, my audience, have parents who are boomers. Then right after the boomers, we have Generation X. It's people born between the year 1965 and the year 1980. I, for example, missed out on being a Gen Xer by just a little bit. I was born in 1981. Generation X is a generation that is described as resourceful, independent. They are keen on maintaining a work-life balance. For example, millennials, on the other hand, we've all heard millennials. We get blamed for so many things, and it's so unfair. We don't have it easy, I'm gonna tell you. The millennials, it's said to be the most anxious generation of them all in history, especially women. The millennials, sometimes also known as Generation Y, it's the people born between the year 1980, 1981, and 1996. We are the first generation to experience the internet. We know how the world used to be, and we also know how the world is now. Okay, so we're gonna take a break to go to the mall to exchange these shoes because I bought them trying to be edgy, and to be honest, my feet look like I'm a clown. Look at this. I think they're pretty rad. They look cool. I like the thick sole, but this is just too wide. This toe cap. We'll finish this episode on the go.
Peeling back the layers of the part I've been playing for you. Used to be so easy.
But now we get to a very important part of this episode, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this. We're going to talk about two generations that are crucial to the future of the world, but future of Poland. We're talking about the Generation Z and the Generation Alpha. Let's start with Generation Z, or Generation Z if you're from America. These are a group of people born between the year 1997 and the year 2012. Probably many of you guys watching this episode are Generation Z. And the incredible thing is how much it differs to the generations that come before them, especially the generation literally right before them, which is us, the millennials. You see, us millennials are optimists. And you might say to me, but JT, being an optimist is actually a good thing, isn't it? But the problem that millennials have and our optimism is that we are dreamer optimists. So we dream about how things should be and how we want them to be, but we don't act on it. We sit and basically just dream. Whereas Gen Zers are realists, and not only they're realists, but they want to get involved in things. They want to make a change. For example, Gen Zers don't need a group of people to hold hands and to find strength in numbers. They take control of things in an individualistic manner. They have this motto that if you want to get things done and you want to get them done well, you must do them yourself. Gen Z are also the first generation born and raised in the era of globalized digital media, 24/7 information at your fingertips. I don't think that Gen Z have ever opened an encyclopedia. Maybe they've touched it, but I don't think they have actually searched for things there. Another very interesting thing is how Gen Z are not interested in formal education. They prefer on-demand learning. They are the masters of learning and acquiring information on YouTube. They find a job that requires them a certain knowledge of, let's say, coding. They're going to go and seek that information, that knowledge. They don't want to go through 4 years of university and come out with a lot of student debt, and they're not interested in that. And I think the most impactful thing about this generation is that they are global citizens. They feel like they are citizens of the world. We millennials and all the other generations before, we are more like global spectators. So we'll see what is happening in the world and, we'll feel good or bad or whatever, but not like Gen Zers. Something's happening. There's a war breaking out in Ukraine somewhere. They feel that this is happening in their backyard and they want to take part of this. They want to be sure that their voices are heard, that they can take a stand right now. And this is incredibly impactful. And the last generation that I'm going to mention, but it's going to be equally as important, is the Generation Alpha. It's the new one, the latest one. It's a group of people, or kids, maybe I should say, born between the year 2012 and the year 2024. So still sociologists and psychologists are not done studying this generation and the characteristics. But they do say that they believe this is going to be the most educated generation. It's going to be also possibly the wealthiest generation, maybe the most environmentally conscious, and I don't know, maybe the most, for sure, technologically advanced. When I mentioned before that I believe that the younger Polish generation has the answer, holds the key, what I meant to say is that although you guys know your history pretty well, which is always astounding to me how such young people know so much about their own history. Really well done. Your scars don't run as deep as the older generation. They not only lived it, but they suffered it. That's why we cannot ask a babcha to trust someone or to just be smiley and nice when she's been stabbed in the back one too many times. I don't want to make this episode a sappy thing where I try to get you emotional. Not at all. I just really believe in the younger generation in Poland, the Gen Z, the Generation Alpha. I interact with a lot of you guys on my YouTube channel, through my social media, and your behavior, your mindset is different. Some of the things that are have become well known about Polish people, that they're not so friendly, or that maybe they're too short, or they seem sad or pissed all the time. I don't see those things as much in the younger generation. I see a drastic change in behavior. Polish people are still Polish people, and they still are sometimes a little bit shy or whatever, but just in an interaction, you can see a drastic change. Poland nowadays is a major player in Europe, but I wholeheartedly believe that it's going to be a major player in a globalized reality. Maybe I'm just being a uber optimistic millennial Latino, but I don't think so, guys. I am very happy that I live in this country now and I can add my 2 cents to this, and to see my son also growing up there and maybe adding his little bit. to the overall cost. But yeah, let's see. The younger Polish generation, we believe in you. Boom! That's all, guys. That's the end of the episode. If you liked it, send this video to someone that needs to hear this. A young person that has energy, has drive, that wants to do good, but sometimes gets overwhelmed, because we do get overwhelmed, especially at that age, okay? We believe in you guys. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
I try